Hi viewers, welcome back. Now in the second part of the video tutorial on KOBO online data collection form. In this one I am going to share with you some advanced feature and some very interesting feature which if you know it will make clean data collection very easy for you. So we will discuss dependent drop down list to develop in KOBO, validation, skip logic, how to use map in the KOBO toolbox. So in our previous session we developed this need assessment form. I have already shared with you how you can log into your in the previous video and all those details. So if you haven't watched that, the link of the video is given in the description. So let's go to the form and edit it and to see some more advanced options that we have. For example, this was our form. Now here in these villages, if you have drop down, so I already have shared with you, you can add those drop down like this. But what if you want that you should have a drop down, a dependent drop down list, which is an option in KOBO cascading. Let's see this. Insert cascading select. What is this? For example, you have this location and you have to add cities also and provinces also. So how you would be able, for example, if you have a country column here, a country field here, for example, which is this, you are using these country names, and then after that you want to add a state name. But if someone has selected this country, so only the states of that country should be visible to him or her. And if someone has select this one, so the dependent drop down list that we usually use in Excel. So how you can do that here? That you can do here with this insert cascading select. But for that you will have to develop a sheet in Excel like this one. Let's understand this now. This sheet is basically you need to develop for this cascading or dependent drop down list. There are these columns. First column is a list name. What is list name? The field name. For example, here this gender field name is gender. And there are options male, female, or different options can be there. So this gender is the list name. So here you need the list name. So in our case, this country is our list name, country. Now the next one is the name. So name is the content of that list name. Here in this country, in this data field, what are the content? The content are these. If whatever I have chosen a drop down list, the list that contains the names of that specific field. For example, if it's country, so that would be the names of the countries. If it's gender, so that would be male, female. So list name is the field name, and then the names are the content of that. For example, here we have the list name country and content are Afghanistan and Pakistan. What is label? Label is the same. But in the name, mostly you use a coded word. Sometimes we do not want to use words like in the name. If we are to select these countries, so here we can say question 1, question number 2, question number 3. So you can name them like that also. But here we are using these exact same name because these are short names and we are later on going to refer to them. So here in this name column, this one is very important. Here whatever you use, all your dependent drop down list will be equal to the same names which are available here. So this is the name, the content, and label is also the same content, but here you can use codes, question 1, question 2, question 3, and here you can use the same. If you are not using, so the same content would be in the label also, and in the label you can use spaces and details, whatever you want. Now these two columns are based on your data, how many dependent drop down list you want. Okay, so this is the list name. The list name means which is the data column name. Now here names, which are those? For example, here I am going to add a country. Okay, So here I will say country. So in this country, which names of the countries you want? You will have to repeat this list name against all those names which you want in the drop down. So here I just need these two, Afghani and Pakistani. So I added these Afghani and Pakistani, and here I have used country. Now, if your countries are more, for example, India, Bangladesh, United States, or any other country, so you can list them down, but repeat the list name country against each one of them. Now, the next thing that you need after the country, you want that there should be a state or a province name also. So here, for example, we want a province name. So now here you need those names of the provinces, and this province name will be repeated against all those names which are among the provinces. Now for example, we have A, B, C, D provinces. Okay, now in the label I can type that same. Now here these two columns must have the same name as is here. So here you need the country and here you need province. These two will be repeated here also. Now for the country, I have two countries and these are the label. But do I need a country name? No, because they are the country. So this can be blank. And this will also be blank because these are countries. Now let's look at the province. Here we have these four provinces. These are the names. Now in the country, I will type against these provinces the relevant country name. For example, this one and this one is in Afghan. So I will type that and this one. And these names should also be similar to these names for the country that we have used in this name. Not this one. This one can be with spaces and etc. But according to these names. So these four provinces are, these two are in here and these two are in here. Now if after the state I need a city also. So first I will type this city this is the column name, the field name. So this will be repeated. Now here these are my cities, for example. Okay, what are the labels? Labels usually the same. Now in which country they are. So here you can type the country, but if you just want this city to be dependent upon the province, so just type the relevant province only. Do not need to add country. Now here in the province, if for example, these are my provinces names from all these countries, these two countries. Now this city is in which province? I will type the relevant province name here. When I do this is the simple example. In the next one, I will show you a complex one also. Now just copy this whole table along with the headers. Control C. Go to your place. Here I am going to add this. I do not need this country column. I want to add that type of question. So I will click here and go to insert cascading select. Click here, paste that table and do nothing except done. Just click done. In the country you have these two names, then you have these provinces, then you have these cities. And this country one was the old one, so I am going to delete this. Now we have a cascading option for country, province and city. Now let's see this in the preview, how it will work. Let's go to the preview. Now here I type beneficiary etc. all that. Let's see that one. Now here you see country, province, city. Province and city are not visible. Nothing is visible there. If I select Afghani. So here now you see the province names which are relevant to Afghanistan are visible here. If I click Pakistan, so here you see CD because AB, these AB were from Afghanistan and CD were from Pakistan. Now if I select Afghani and here in the province A, so I have these two cities now also visible, X and BB. In the A province, this is the A province. So here in this A province, we had these two cities, X and BB. X and BB. So you can use this cascade, and this is for filtered information to obtain information to develop a dependent drop down list. Now it's simple here in KOBO, but in this Excel file you will have to work very properly. And for example, now in these cities, if after cities you need villages also. So if you are going, so here this field name will be village and it will be repeated against all villages where you are typing, and one another thing will go to the column, and that would be city. So this city name, the same name that we have used here, will come here, and then when we type all the villages, so if we want to add province, okay, but city would be must to type those relevant city against that villages, and these cities, this will be equal to this one, and these cities names, the names that you have used here, must be equal to the city names that you are using here. Same names should be added. This name and this name should be same. Now let's see another a complex one with a lot of dependent drop down list. Now, for example, you have this lengthy list of school or health facilities or any other information. And here I have just to district, tehsil and school name. But if you want to add province and country, so you can add them here also. The process is same. Now, if I am to develop a dependent drop-down list or the cascading model for KOBO online data collection, so what would be the process now? This was the template that we used. Always remember this template. I have pasted the link of the download of this template in the description. You can download this from there. This first one, list name, name and label. These three are the names that which I already explained in the start. So now in the list name, which type of information I need? First in the list name, which columns, which fields I want? I want district, tehsil and school. First I want to select if you have a province and country, so you can first use them. But that I already explained in the previous one. Here I need first a district. So I will type here district. Now the first one we need a district column. So here in this district column we have four districts. Okay, four districts are there. So I just need those four districts only from here. So we will need unique list from each one. Will not disturb this sheet because I will need this for the school, because the school one is unique but these two are repeating. So first I will get a unique list from the district. Copy, paste it here, go to data, remove duplicate, column is selected. Okay, so we have these four districts only. Copy, and now here I will type district. These are the names, and this district list name, this is the column name, so that would be repeated here. And now what is the label? The name and labels are both are the same. So this is the district. Now I have a district column. Then I would need a tehsil, but for tehsil I would need a district. So this district column, this same name would go to the column headings also. And now I need tehsil. So in this tehsil column also we don't have a unique list. This is repeated because different schools are in same tehsils. Copy, paste it here, go to remove duplicate. Okay, now you have, this is the list of tehsil. Copy and paste it here also, and in the label also, and copy this tehsil name against all the tehsil. Now here I would need a district column. We did one mistake. Now when you are developing a unique list of tehsil, so you would need the district column also, so that it's easy for you then, that when you paste here the columns names as we did, so here you should have the district names also available. Otherwise here now we have the unique list of tehsil, and if I will have to go there, or with VLOOKUP I will have to plot them. So when I am creating a unique list of tehsil, so I will take the district column also like this, paste it here. Now I will select both the column, go to remove duplicate, and here I will unselect the district and only tehsil will be selected. That see the duplicate on tehsil only and keep the relevant district in place. Okay, So now you have these 12 tehsils unique values and district name up here. So first I need to copy this tehsil name, paste it here and here also, and here I have the district name readily available. Copy and paste. So this is the district. I need another layer, school. So this tehsil column will go to the column headings. And now when I am obtaining the school unique list, so the school unique list is already unique. If it is not unique, so you should select then all these three columns, paste them here, go to duplicate, remove, and here now you just need to click school to remove duplicate and school only and keep the relevant tehsil and district in place. Okay, okay. So now just copy the school name, paste it here, and here we will need to add a column name, that is school. So go to the end and paste against all these schools name. Now here we need a label, so label is the same. Now here we need a district and then tehsil, so those are readily available. This is district, this is tehsil. But these two are for the choice filter, and in KOBO sometime it just want that only one choice should be given. So now since we have already filtered our tehsil on the district, so we do not need to filter our school on both the district and tehsil. We just need to add tehsil only. So here we will just bring tehsil because it has already been filtered by the district. So now let's copy this along with the column heads. Okay, so now here let's take a new form to properly see this. XYZ, let's create a new project because the previous one had already a lot of columns. Insert cascade, paste. It says okay. Here we have all these details. Done. Now you see here in the district you have the drop down available, then in the tehsil you have their drop down, and in the schools you have all these schools. Now let's see in the preview. Now here I have district, tehsil and school. Tehsil and school are not available yet until I select a district. If I select for example Karak, so here you see we have those tehsils only which are in the Karak. If I select this one, so we have only those one. When I select a tehsil only, then the school will appear. So if I select this, so here you see only the schools that belong to that tehsils are visible. And if I select this one, so then only those schools will be visible to me which are from this tehsil. If I change a district, change a tehsil, so all these schools will be also changed according. So this way you can use this drop down list in KOBO. Okay, now let me show you one more thing. For example, here we have a question when we are doing need assessment, so we ask them, are you a beneficiary of any other? Yes, no. If someone select yes, so we are going to ask him or her what support. But if someone says no, so we should not ask them what support. So skip logic. How that skip logic you can use. So for example, we have a question here that are you a beneficiary of any other program, and if he or she says yes, so this question should be visible. If they say no, so it should not. So this is for the skip logic. Now here you can use a skip logic. How? Go to setting. This one I told you already for mandatory response. Here you can use that numbering format appearance that I shared in the start. Now in this skip logic, add a condition. Click. Select question from the list. Here you can select a specific question. For example, what was that question? The question is beneficiary of any. If this question response is yes, the question will only be displayed if the following condition apply. So this question will be displayed if the response of the previous question, which was beneficiary of any other, yes, no, yes, so that question will be visible, otherwise not visible. And now just save it and let's run it. Now here you can see, here we have a question, are you a beneficiary of any other? So the next question is not visible here. If no, so it's not visible data collected by and go. If yes, so here you see, if yes, what support. If you select yes, so this will appear, otherwise if no, so it will not appear. Now this location question also we added there, if you see in the previous session. How we added that? If you want that I need a proper map of the data collection at the end also, that from where we have collected this data, you want a map for that. So you have to add this question then. Record your current location. How we can add this? Let me remove this one first. Add a question, here this point, click it. Now it will record their current location. Now how it works, save it, go to preview. When they collect all the information and comes at the end, so on the mobile it's easy, it will ask them to enable their location. When they enable the location, so it would capture the latitude and longitude and all these details. But if you're doing it with the laptop, so you can use this map, or you can type here the place name where you are, or you can just detect current location. If your laptop location is on, click it, it will detect the current location and will add latitude, longitude and all these details from your current location and then validate. Your location will also be added there. So now let's come to this front page here in this KOBO and see how these responses would be coming and how and what is the importance of that location for us. When you come to this front page, so here in the deployed you have that form, click it. Now here you have this one, this is for summary. Summary shows you how many responses you have received so far from which date to which date. Simple. In the form, if you have done some edits, for example, if you deployed a form in the previous session, as I told you, if you have deployed a form and later on you added some question or some edits, or the field teams have communicated to you some changes, when you do that, so you can do that with edit in this form. But if you do all the edits, then you will have to come here and redeploy the form and inform all enumerators to get the form once again from that same KOBO application form. This was that video. So here on the mobile, this is the mobile interface. They would have to come again to this get blank form, click the get blank form, and here you see, so that form would be available here, or this one, the name you should communicate properly. Click this and here get selected again. The previous entries would not be affected, that would not be an issue. They just need to get it again and then click fill blank form again and start their entry. Fill blank form, and when they click that, so that would be the updated one. So that was the redeployment. Then, and the link that I have already told you, this is the link of this form for entries. But when you copy this link, so this is for computer browser. For mobile, I have already shared with you that you need to do those edits which we discussed in the first session. Now here you have this data tab. This is very important. What you can get from here. Here you can see the first one is table. Table has all those entries. So far we have done these two entries, so you can see them. When you have completed almost 60-70 entries and you want to validate them and extract them, so whenever you do an extract, always remember that you have to apply a validation, so that because when we download a data, so we do a lot of cleaning in Excel, and if you have not marked those which you have downloaded from this column, so again when you come here, so all those previous entries would be here and you will have to take them all again, and then that separating those would be an issue. So the simple solution here is all those entries which you get from here. For example, if I have a list of all these entries and I downloaded that, so then I would come here, I would select this, I would click this button to select all, and will come here and apply, approved, or on hold, or not approved, whatever you want. So you can mark each one also, that whether this entry is good, it's fine, so approved. If it's not fine, it needs edits, so on hold, not approved. So you can do all these edits from here, and if you do them, then you would have all these options in the Excel sheet also, where you can see then that which of the entries I have already extracted and cleaned and which are not cleaned. Or simply when you download a specific at a specific time, so then come here, select all those which you have already downloaded and delete them from here, because you already have those in Excel. And here on the KOBO, if you have some data protection issues also, so you can just delete and keep that in Excel, that is downloaded, saved it. So you can use this one also. You can do the edits from here also, edit. When you click this, so it would open the relevant form. It would open the relevant form in the next step to you if you want to edit it here. If you don't want that, you just want to download it, and in Excel you want to play with all this, so you can do that also. But here also you have this form opened here, and all these locations etc. have been added. Why this location is important for you? You see here, you have this table. Here you have all these. This is the report tab. Here it would give you the simple report, that how many name of beneficiary, by father, by village, by different types. You can adjust and customize this report also from here. You can customize, create new report and select specific columns. But you can do all this in Excel very easily. Here you have this map option. For example, you are doing a study and at the end you want to share a map of the location from where you have collected all this data. So KOBO will give you that also from here. And here when you zoomed it out, so this is only one entry has been done from this location, so it shows all those locations would show you similar types of balloons to see that from which areas this information has been collected, and you can zoom that out and see it whole world or a specific country or a specific area, etc, etc. So this is very good for you if you use that location. And one another thing is, sometimes enumerators avoid such mistakes and such errors, and to avoid that someone might not do any data manipulation. So if this is on, so you would see that whether the data has been collected actually from the relevant villages or not. So that is also a thing that you can cross check and verify. But this map is very good, because at the end it gives you this map and you can just copy this and paste it in your report to show that all these areas have been covered. So if that location is on, only then. This download is for to take extract in Excel. Export type XLS, there is Excel form. CSV is also Excel form. If you have a lot of data, so when you download that in the Excel, its size is very heavy, and CSV size is not that much heavy. But when you open a CSV file and if you do any changes or you add any sheet, so you should save that file then to XLS, because CSV can accommodate only one sheet. So mostly use XLS, because that CSV format usually creates some issues also. And export. Here it's processing, now download. So all the previous versions are also available here. You can see them, the download that you did before. And now just click this download. Here you have your need assessment sheet. Click it. And here is your downloaded Excel sheet. So here you can see this start date and end date are automatic. That is being taken by the system. Device ID is also taken by the system, and here you can see now all the information that has been collected. And at the end, here you will have this up to data collected. These are your columns. Now after that, this version, that is automatic. Now this is record your location. So in the record your location, these latitude longitudes are available. Here you have the latitude, here you have the longitude, here All these details are here available in one column also and in separate columns also. These IDs and submission, these are also auto generated, so you can later on remove them also, but these are for the IDs. So this is your Excel sheet in which you have all this information available, and how to um, play with this data, analyze it, and do different type of analysis. So I will upload some other sessions also on this, but I have already on my channel a lot of such sessions which you will see now. If you visit my channel, if you want to learn Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, Access, MS Word and Mail merge, then other tricks of the Microsoft Excel and other softwares, other learning tips, how to prepare yourself for interviews, these other playlist of learning online data collection, KOBO, MS Form, Google Form for collecting online data, data analytics, project management series is there is a playlist for MS Excel beginners also, Windows, and all these playlists, single playlists are also available. So you can benefit from all these sessions which are free of cost, and you just open it and watch them and learn and improve your productivity. There are these beautifully designed PowerPoint presentations, how to make these PowerPoint presentation, and every video has a detailed step-by-step tutorial. So visit my channel, subscribe, like and share and comment. Comment is very important for me, because if you comment a video, so I can improve these videos more. Whatever question you have, so you can ask, and this will be good for the channel also, and learn and improve your product. Thank you.